Hi guys, so Rurouni Kenshin, also known as Samurai X, the latest chapter, which is called the final, has been released on Netflix. In case you didn't know, this movie is based on a very popular manga anime series back in the late 90s, I believe. Samurai X is definitely one of my childhood favorite TV anime series to watch. And years later, it got adapted into a live action movie. I thought the first one was pretty good, but I didn't really enjoy the second and third of the movie entry. And as you can tell from this review title, I didn't really enjoy the latest entry. NANI? Hear me out first. Before I get into the reason of why I didn't really enjoy it, let's just get on with the good stuff. So the good things is obviously the fighting choreography. I think it was excellent. If you have always wondered how an anime sword fight scene looks like in live action, this is the answer. I particularly like how Enishi and Kenshin's climax battle at the end. It was just pure silence. There was no background music. The fight was intense, and the actors did a really great job. Also, most of the returning cast returned respectively to their roles. All the characters are quite accurately portrayed as how I remembered when I was young. Besides that, I would say the production was done really well. Technically, all the camera work are really good. So yeah, and that's how I would sum up like the good points of the movie. So what did I didn't like about it? I think if you're a Samurai X fan, you could expect that this movie is not going to follow the manga or the anime completely. Obviously, there were going to be some changes here and there, just like how it happened in the previous two movies, but that's not really the main problem of the movie. The main problem is I feel like I watched a movie and something was missing. I guess a good analogy would be I watched Avengers Endgame without watching Avengers Infinity War. In other words, the story I think is okay as long you know what's going on, but a lot of people, they don't know what is Samurai X. And if you expect them to know, it's like, yeah, this guy is this guy, and this is what happened, and here's some flashback of what happened. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. Character development does not work like that. This is especially glaring because the movie, it felt like the director, he wanted us to, sympathize with Enishi, who is the main villain. I mean, like, yeah, there are some flashback of how he lost his sister and he blames Kenshin for that. And even though I know who Enishi is, but in this movie, I don't really give a damn about him. Like in this movie, he's portrayed like an unstable or extremely emotional character, like a crybaby who's good at fighting. You can't really expect the audience to, have empathy on this guy, right? Like, it doesn't work like that. So when I was googling about this movie, it turns out that there's actually Rurouni Kenshin, the beginning, which is based on the Batusai arc, and it's already released in Japan, not globally. So here's the question: why did Netflix release the final chapter instead of the beginning first? I guess there are some licensing issue going on, or maybe they are still taking time to make a sub-English titles or dubbing. But my point is that Netflix should have released Rurouni Kenshin the beginning first, so that we can understand the background, the rivalry, the hatred from Enishi towards Kenshin. And we can also explore the complex relationship with Kenshin's first wife, Tomoe. I hope I got that right. Also, we get to see Kenshin at his prime time. Who wouldn't want to see that, right, as a fan? And of course, the origin of how Kenshin got the X scar right here. So in other words, I firmly believe if they showed this first, before the final chapter, I will have a better opinion. So that's my take on Rurouni Kenshin, the final chapter. So, again, I just believe that they made a mistake. They should have released the beginning first. than the chapter to have a better structure flow of the story. But what do you think about the movie? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm Abel and I'm signing out till we meet next time again. Bye.